Hey everybody, how you doing? You having a good one? I hope you're all doing good. You better be. I am in a slightly bad mood. Actually, wait, I can't talk about it because Lonnie's watching the stream, and I'm trying to get her to watch WandaVision, and if I talk about it, she's not gonna like tab out or anything. So she'll hear the spoilers that I talk about, and then she'll use her having heard the spoilers that I talked about after warning that there would be spoilers as an excuse not to watch the show. So, gotta be careful. What is the intro song? It's really pretty. Is that Hightail? No, it's from a Minecraft mod called The Aether. All right, really quickly. I'm going to explain this really fast. You see that down there? That's the daily dono goal right there. That's the daily dono goal. We're trying to reach $100 a day. These count subs, super chats, and other Actually, I don't know if I'll count super chats because those get lumped in. It's a 2-month wait before I get any super chat money. So I'm actually just going to count donos and subs through the website and Streamlabs like that go in immediately and just add those up because yeah. What do you want to debate? It depends. If you want to debate me, ideally you would tell me what you want to debate about and what your position is, or if you just want to just hop the fuck in and surprise me, you join my Discord, join the Q chat VC, and then I'll pull you in and we debate. But while I'm debating, we're gonna be doing some good old motherfucking Valheim. Yeah, Valheim.
Fuck,
Valheim.
Hey Zan, how's it going, my man?
I'm addicted to Valheim.
Oh, really? Hey, remember when you were hesitant? But yeah, no, this game's pretty good.
I was a dumb fuck back then.
How far in are you? I want to know if I can play on my main character yet.
So I assume we'd be continuing. Wait, Khan, do you have Valheim?
No.
Okay. I haven't really been playing on our world that we're playing, Ethan, because I wanted to wait for you. I'm basically at the same point on both my characters. I started a solo world to play off, like when no one that I play with is online. But I'm basically Bronze Age on both our characters, on both characters that we play.
Early or late Bronze Age?
I mean full bronze. For me, at least.
Cool.
Like full bronze, shield, armor, sword, pickaxe, axe, fine wood bow.
So you're at the point of needing to fight the second boss, right?
Probably, yeah. I'm probably ready to fight the second boss. I would like to maybe... Is it worth leveling up my... Ooh, Lonnie said nuggies are coming. Is it worth upgrading the armor to, like, level 3?
No.
No? Okay.
You're about to get some really good armor after you kill the second boss.
Okay.
Honestly, if you kill the second boss, I'm free to join on my main character because I'm post-second boss. I'll be, like... So, in terms of, like, third boss progression, which is where you'll be after the second boss, I'm at, like, late second boss, and you'll be at early, so we'll be close enough that it doesn't matter if I play on my main character.
Okay. I just know that, like, the grind from second boss to third boss is long and hard because you have to sail out to find the swamps, and the swamps are a pain in the ass.
The swamps are living hell.
So I have to wait really quickly, guys. I have to manually add the subs to the dono goal because it only goes in as a cent, I think. So just remember that. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
So the thing about the swamps is that they're a living hell. So when you get to the swamps, you're going to be going through these crypts. You get a key from the second boss, and you can use it to adventure into these crypts. When you go into these crypts, you're going to find a lot of this like muddy iron. You dig that up, and you're going to slowly forge it. The issue is you cannot bring your ores whatsoever, like any type of ore, be it like ingot or rough form. You can't bring it through portals. So you have to set up a forge base near it, which means you have to set up a lot more than just a forge to get to the forge, if that makes sense. So what ends up happening is you have to either build a second base or set up a TP from your main base to the second base, which is what we'll likely be doing. So I'll teach you about teleporters. You actually have all the things to make them right now. They're very cheap. Yeah.
I've seen what it costs to make them. It's like fine wood or core wood and those little eyes.
Yeah, so I believe I still have a bronze axe, and I can get...
you need Surtling cores.
Yeah, so, actually, yeah, I'll just join you right now if you're free. Are you on your world?
Yeah, I'm gonna join my Xander. I have 3 characters: Mike Hawkener, and Zan, which is my solo character, and then Xander Hall, which is the one we're playing together.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quick run home on my character currently and drop off all my gold. because I have a world that has the trader on it, which is stupid rare.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
What are you
for
gonna do when you reach the sub goal?
when I reach, oh, you mean the dono goal? That's just my daily.
Yeah.
I'm doing a daily dono goal because ad revenue is going to drop below 1,000 on my channel because the algorithm, and I'm not going to be able to afford rent. So I'm setting up.
What's gonna happen when you reach the end of the goal? You gotta e-boy yourself out.
I'll smoke some weed. I'll get high, and I'll debate people while high.
Pog.
no, if we reach the sub goal, it's gonna be the is anal good debate. It's gonna happen.
Oh
then.
yeah. If we reach the dono goal, chat, it's not a sub goal, it's a dono goal. Remember.
Dono goal, okay.
If we reach the dono goal, me and Ethan will have a heated debate on whether or not anal is good.
I feel very passionate on this topic, by the way.
Yeah, Ethan loves anal. Ethan loves getting pegged.
And hold on. It's not what I said.
It's okay. I've seen you in the maid outfit. It's all good.
Hey, listen. Anyone who's seen the maid outfit knows the context, I swear. This includes the Hytale devs, and I did not get questioning DMs.
Buddha Cat messaged you like, hey, yeah, what the fuck?
You were on the content creator program, but we're gonna have to.
We're gonna have to take you off now. Actually, whenever you make an account, we're gonna find out what your account is, and we're perma applying a. You won't be able to. Your armor will all be transparent when you play the game. You will always have the maid outfit on. Your armor will be transparent. You'll never be able to change it. You will always be.
Honestly, I would be down with that because that's like gonna end up being one of the things like Dead Mouse's account.
Yeah,
where it's like only he has that. That would be so cool.
Yeah, so there's this guy named Dankorps who posted some cringe shit on Twitter, and the Hytale devs were so disgusted. I'm just kidding. Yeah. They'd be like those videos talking about the rare capes in Minecraft.
God. I hope to get into Hytale's history that way. I kind of already have with early shit, but yeah.
I'd hope so. Yeah,
Who
hopefully
fucking... One of your viewers just DM'd me, sub Ethan. I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah. Oh. Hold on, Ethan. Are you able to just join the world that we're playing, or do I have to do something with the server? Or do I just have to join it? I assume I just have to join it, right?
You make sure you join it and click start server.
Ah, shit. I'm a fucking dumb fuck.
Yeah, you are.
And I gotta get Ethan in here. Lonnie's cooking nuggies, and then in a little bit we're doing debates, and that'll be fun. I'll pull people into the call, and then we'll debate them about hopefully something interesting. Okay, there we go. Just bought Valheim? Yeah, Valheim's really good. Oh, this is that White Viking crafting game? Well, it's more of like, it's a bit like God of War 4 in terms of theme, in that you're like, you're it's like mythical.
Fuck.
It's like Norse mythology.
Yeah, it's really cool. So, essentially, the lore of this game is that Odin, like, once upon a time, snapped off a small branch of the world tree that he didn't care about, right? That branch floats off for, like, eons, and that branch, eventually, its leaves, like, go through, like, cycles of God knows what, like, fallen, like, entire civilizations that are long gone, right? But eventually, Odin's enemies start building up on this broken apart branch far from the world tree. And he sends a bunch of his greatest warriors after their deaths into Valheim. And what they have to do is they have to cleanse Valheim to go to Valhalla. So you go through and you kill 5 minor gods that are kind of forming under these things, like under these evil beings. And it's your job to basically kill all their gods before their gods can overthrow Odin.
But you also have to explore this absolutely massive fucking world, and yes, it is flat. You can sail off the edge. I watched a video last night. Oh my god, I'm being chased by a log.
Yeah, so basically the world is on a leaf on the branch. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you are one leaf on this giant fucking branch you see in the sky, which was from a branch of the world tree that got severed because Odin didn't like it.
Odin's cringe.
Odin is an asshole, but also it's like realistic, because if there was a god of then he'd probably, they would be an asshole.
Yeah. I mean, so here's the thing about God, all right? Let's get if God exists and God is sentient, they either don't give a shit or they're fucking sadistic. There's no in between.
The meme that Christians do is that he has like a really like fucking 5D chess, like alternate like super plan. Also, the server's up, you can join. Like super plan. That things have to go this way, like how like fucking children dying of cancer and what have you, for the world to everything to work out in the end. It's like, okay.
I'm getting boned by these skeletons. Yeah,
Thanks,
no,
Evan.
I get what you mean.
You don't have full bronze yet, do you?
Me?
Yeah, because I played a shit ton. Well, I
No.
played a
I'm
shit
joining.
ton.
I'm joining on my main because it's same segment of your
Okay.
I'm post second boss, so you're about to hit second boss. So we're
Okay.
right around each other.
So you
I'm gonna be
do you have steel armor or iron? Is there steel in this game?
iron. No. Next after iron, I believe is silver. I didn't progress since you saw me last, pretty much. I just
Okay.
dicked around and built a base.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, the building in this game's fucking phenomenal, guys. Holy shit.
It's a little janky, but like once you learn to work around the jank, it is. Ooh.
I've
love it.
been working with it. It's like I don't even think it's all that janky. Like it could use a little.
The issue is getting started because there's no base grid. The grid is relative
Yeah.
to what you've placed, so getting started can be rough.
I actually like that way better. Like to give you an idea, you know how in a game like Rust or Minecraft, the world, like the grid of where you can build is set, right? Like you have to build I guess you could build like a sideways house, but it looked like shit. No one does that in Minecraft, right? But in Valheim, I could go ahead and place, like, this is a foundation block, like a floor block. Also, you have to have support. Like, you have to put supports up to keep your house from falling down if it's floating above the ground, which is nice, because then that means you can build massive, like, if you wanted to, you could theoretically build big stilt houses, too. But basically, the idea is that, like, if I wanted to make a new thing, I could literally make a floor block that's, like, diagonal. Like, it's, like, shaped like a star in this direction, and then build my house like this. It doesn't have to be, like, all either, like, this way, or that way, or that way, or that way. You can do it that way, that way, that way, and it'll be fine. Like, you can rotate the builds.
I'm cooking sausage and fish right now.
Zan said he'd debate Ethan, a 17-year-old, about anal if he reaches his dono goal. I'm sorry. Hear me out here. There's nothing wrong with debating someone about anal if they're 17, okay?
We're
like,
memeing.
fuck off.
We're
like,
memeing,
it's clearly
guys.
a fucking joke, alright?
I would like to say something to clarify for Xan here. Xander's not grooming me. I think a guy like 3 years older than me is like within my age group. If we make funny sex joke, there's nothing like actually going on. It's us being normal human beings. Get offline if you take an issue with that. Like go touch grass, talk to people, go to your high school maybe, because there's no fucking way you're outside of high school thinking that.
Well, the thing is, technically, I'm grooming Lonnie because I have more Twitter followers than her. Have you seen that discourse? Yeah. Have you seen the grooming people with less Twitter followers than you discourse?
Holy shit, I have, yeah. The power dynamic. Listen, I understand power dynamic with content creators is like an actual really big issue. But like,
do you think we'll get to the point that like it'll be if someone likes you and like you get in a relationship with them, that's technically like grooming then?
Yeah.
There's a power dynamic because they're attracted to you.
Who's more attracted to who? That'll be the discourse.
We'll get so woke that we'll only do arranged marriages.
I think it really frustrates me because people throw around these fucking buzzwords. That's what they've been turned into at these points. These buzzwords, and then really unempower what they actually are. So it's like when I hear someone's being groomed, my first thought is this Twitter being fucking stupid because of how often that word is thrown around with no actual basis.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Hey, motherfuckers, you should donate so I can pay the rent.
All right, let me get your chat.
It's the same way with simp, though. You know, you say a word so many times, it just loses the value.
True.
Yeah.
Big true. Truer than anything.
You know, one thing that I can't fucking get out of my head is the word Among Us and sus. It's been weeks. I thought the meme would be dead.
When the imposter is sus.
Cancel culture
when the imposter commits original. Fucking hate it here, man.
I'm glad that meme got cut off because Ethan's mic cut out. It's good.
Oh shit, no.
When the imposter commits original sin on your computer.
Oh, the other person is me, Ethan, the objectively correct individual at all times. No, just shit poster.
He's a libertarian, so
fuck off.
Give you an idea of how we should treat him.
Speaking of cancel culture, how do we feel about our boy Des Tiny and his movement getting clapped?
Oh, I think I watched his mini manifesto talking about the issue, and I also watched. Oh, did that add automatically? I can't tell. Hey, chat, can you tell me if that dono? It looks like I think that added to my dono goal. It should be at $10. Is it at $10, chat? The dono goal? that 10? Cool. I'm glad. So donations do count to it automatically, but subs I'll have to add manually, which is fine. I can do that. I just count them up and then I add them. It's just a little thing I have to do off screen. It's fine. Cool. We're at 10% of the way to through the daily quota. Isn't that amazing? YouTube chat, dead AF. Well, Vsler is streaming right now. Lonnie made me stream even though Vosh is streaming, so, you know.
Vsler.
That's what we call him whenever he's live and I'm live as well.
Vouch.
No, I have, like, plenty of problems with Destiny, obviously. But, like, what those people did, like, those people were pieces of shit. Holy fuck. He asked them, why don't you like Mark Grudgel? The answer that the actual answer is because he's white. But they kept on saying, well, because of his problematic ties. And he's like, he doesn't have any problematic ties. I'm just me and my fans are just volunteers for his campaign. We like his politics. You know, I care about Omaha. And and then they start saying like, suck Hassan's dick or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was very, very cringe.
Yeah.
Did you hear the current mayor? Apparently, her husband committed suicide today.
What the? Wait, what?
Yeah, like I was looking on because I was reading another article someone made on Destiny, and right under it, it was like, mayor's husband like shoots himself in head, like his
Jesus
body was.
Christ.
I was like, holy fuck, dude! Like, what is going on in Omaha? Like,
I mean, I'd do the same thing if I had to live in
insane.
Nebraska, but Jesus Christ, that's an extreme measure to take when you could just. Whoa, what the fuck? Why are you glowing? Oh, you've got a little.
Oh yeah, I've got a thing. I bought it from the merchant.
They can make like an HBO series out of this fucking campaign.
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. It's like that one episode of Malcolm in the Middle where Francis gets arrested in Alaska or on his way to Alaska, and he's like in the cell for like a couple days, and they're having like everybody in this like small town where he's been. Holy shit! Thank you. Everyone in the small town where he's been arrested is like fucking. It's like a drama show, and he's like obsessed with what's going on. He's like watching from the cell, and then he ends up getting released and has to leave. And he's like, "No, I need to know what happens next." Malcolm in the Middle's a good show.
Yeah. All right.
Honestly, I think that I don't know if it was a smart idea for Mark to completely cut ties. I feel like the benefits he would have gotten from continuing to work with the movement and getting like those doors knocked, that outreach probably would have outweighed the controversy. But at the same time, it was more on a personal level for Mark. I think he was more getting personally affected by it than anything else.
Because I think Vosh said this, but like what's it called? Local politics is like brutal as fuck because everybody knows each other. Omaha is a city, but it's still like a fairly small community. So things get real, like, you know, people know each other. Like Mark Grudgel probably has like, because he's a teacher, probably has like students that are friends with the motherfuckers that were coming on to Destiny's stream and telling him to suck Hassan's dick, like shit like that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I don't really see him winning. Like, no, I don't think he has enough support to primary any of the other candidates.
What the fuck, Ethan, did this do to my health? Jesus Christ, that's so much food.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. If I were to give you fish, I believe you start at 25, so you get 60 plus 45 plus 40, so 85 plus 60. What's 85 plus 60? I'm too tired for this bullshit.
I don't know. Math. I dropped. Well, I didn't
I'm
drop out of high school. I did not go to college.
The big meme though about it though is that it seems like lefties are going to be kind of fucked if they want to do anything in real life. Like, I'm sorry, but like Walsh, you guys are kind of screwed if you guys try and do anything, and this is the precedent.
If I actually would love to like coordinate with Vosh, do canvassing for something else. I think Florida would be a good place to canvass. Maybe that's just because of where I grew up, but I feel like making Florida blue could probably be one of the biggest, like, most meaningful contributions that we could possibly do as online figures participating in real life politics. Trying to make a place like, I don't know, like I would like my hometown of Spring Hill the mayor of Spring Hill. If we could get like something more progressive there, it's very rural, but there are a lot of people there. That could be an interesting place to canvass. I don't know, because like I think Florida would be a good place. Because Vosh said he wants to do canvassing. I would love to do canvassing down the road. Vosh comes from Beverly Hills. There's no reason to canvass there, really. But a place like Florida, turning in areas like that blue, that's a good place. That's a good place to start, I think.
Man, I sure hope Trump lives long enough to see Florida turn blue, just so he can mold. It'd
Yeah.
be great.
I'm sorry, I really love the statement, "My pubes are legal tender in East India and parts of Omaha," in chat. That's really fucking funny
I
to
don't
me.
know where that meme is from, but I've been seeing it too much lately. I've been seeing it too goddamn much. Okay, we got a big donation, like 10 tier 1 gifted subs a second ago, so I got to go ahead and add those to the thing and read the donos, but then you and me, I guess are we ready to fight the boss just like right away?
Yeah, you want to go fuck him up? Do you have 3 seeds?
3 what kind of seeds?
Ancient seeds.
Ancient seeds. Where do you get those?
You have 1. We're gonna have to run around the black. Oh, you have 2. You
I probably have
have a
them
third.
spread out. Or do you get them from like the pine trees?
No, these little like weird cringe nests that spawn a shit ton of enemies. We'll find another one on the way.
Okay. Did you grab the 2 seeds?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll head over then. Yeah, here really quickly before we leave, I need to read these donos and add them to my dono goal before we start moving.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
The first 2 of these are donos from the last stream, so they aren't going to count to this one. I just never got to read them for some reason because they were during my outro. El Monstradamus, thank you for the $3. As lols, is this true? I guess it probably is. El Monstradamus, thank you for the $3. As I hope this isn't DMCA-able. I was playing the Welcome to the Cum Zone song for my outro, but thankfully I don't think it is. Raza Triton, thank you for the tier 1 subs. Says to the tip jar. Thank you very, very much. Kai Woofy, thank you for the $5. Said Xander Hall, the groomer, true. Thank you. And Spicy Lesbian with the fucking poggers ass. 10 tier 1 gifted subs. That is $50. Wait, no, because that's $5 times 10 would be 25, right? Or no, 50, because it's 10. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, 50. Holy shit, that's 50 extra dollars. We're at 60 now. God damn. Okay. Well, let me add that really fast. So we should be at a total of 60. Boom.
Sorry if you guys hear my knuckles.
No problem,
Oh.
homie. All right, I'm gonna take a dump in this chest really fast. Actually, I'm gonna refill the kiln while we're gone. Although, do we really need to? I'm imagining because we're not gonna be smelting much more here, then we're gonna end up making like a new base.
Okay.
Oh, lag. Hello. Oh, hello. Lag. Can you hear me? Hello. Uh-oh. Hello? Oh, okay. My internet died
Hello?
for a second.
Oh, I'm
I think.
sorry.
Oh, we heard.
No,
I
my
heard you.
internet died.
Oh, Ethan's did. Okay, because I couldn't connect to. I couldn't. I couldn't do.
I heard you.
I'm so excited for nuggies. I need to
Oh.
eat before I do any debates. Just saying. So waiting for nuggies.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
whatever.
My Wi-Fi just... Okay. It just committed Destiny's career. Jesus.
Now Destiny's career is fine. It's just some
yeah,
drama. How many people are looking to debate? We got a few people in the next. I hope. I don't want to do friendly conversations. I'm here for debates. Okay, so I don't think you're.
I
gonna be
wanna-
clear. Oh, sorry. I was reading someone's message in chat.
Hmm?
So I was just reading someone's message in chat. It's fine.
Oh, good. Okay.
I guess I'll read it. I don't think you're agreeing to be very clear, Xander Hall. I might be too old to be comfortable with hearing that kind of thing. Instead of whining about it, I should go and let y'all do your thing if you're going to be doing that debate. Well, it depends. If we hit $100, and it's not going to be like a serious debate. It's just, I personally...
Yeah, no, this would literally be us. Listen, the entire thing was going to be me telling Zan that I was going to be like attacking his masculinity or some bullshit. Just like unironic or completely ironic dumbassery. Sorry, I can't speak. I've not slept in hours. Hours? No. You get what I'm saying.
I don't. I actually don't.
Yeah, no, you do. No, you do. I've decided you do.
Okay. All right, I'm going to
Okay,
repair my
you
ship
ready
before we
for,
go. And then, yep, we're ready to go. All right, repair that. Anything to repair here? Yeah, a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm ready.
Oh, fuck. What is fighting us?
Grey Dwarf.
Look at this cringe lord.
I'm going to punch his bitch ass out.
Look at him.
Oh, fuck. Now I gotta dump in the chest again. So I want to have an
I
empty
just throw it
inventory when it's good to have, oh wait, did I not? Okay, I didn't pick it up. Cool. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready, Mr. Krabs.
All right, so I'm curious to see what people are going to try to debate today.
Oh, yeah. when I bring people in, try to like, unless it's like about the game or something, and there's something you got to say or anything like that, try not
Yeah,
to butt
no,
in
I
too
got
much
you.
in the debate. But if there's something like, if you've got like a really good meme that you think will be good content, you can say it.
Don't worry, man. I got you.
All right. I'm just waiting for the attendees, aka and or Nuggies, to arrive. I don't know which Lonnie's making, but either one. I'm
So
happy.
here's the meme. We have no fucking idea where the second boss is. So what we're gonna end up doing is we're going to wait. Do you?
No. So from when me and Balthazar played, we actually did find it, and the way that we found it was we explored skeleton dungeons and then found like a little tablet that told you where it was on the map.
Mm-hmm. So you want to do that for a bit?
Oh yeah, because we have to find it, right? The dungeons tend to be in Black Forest.
Okay. Hey, you can keep running. I got like stupid stamina, so I can just catch up to you if I need to. But I've been checking shit.
Okay.
How long you streaming today?
I mean, until I hit my quota at least. Oh, thank you, Lonnie. Tendies. Thank you, baby. Booby. Oh, I didn't even. I forgot you were wearing a shirt. Goddamn, Booby. I got to see Lonnie's boobs while streaming. Paw. Day 24. Oh, I fought off the
Let's
first.
go.
I killed a troll on this world, and I fought off an assault of Grey Dwarfs.
Hell yeah. God.
Lonnie's got nice boobs. They're pretty poggers.
Jesus.
And I tell her every day. They're
Are
very...
you encumbered?
No, I just ran out of stamina. So I'm letting it refill. I'm at 70 pounds.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah, the power of Eikthyr. So I wanted to acknowledge something Lonnie said before. Yeah, Destiny's relationship with Mark Gregel is a little bit more personal than like he's just some volunteer or whatever. Because they have talked, like Mark has been on a stream and everything like that, and I believe they've met in person at least once. Maybe wrong on that, but I believe they met in person at least once, and I think that's fine. What the people that were, and it wasn't even lefties going after. It doesn't even seem like the people that were going after him were like socialists or anything. Just like really lib shit, idpol.
Yeah, super lib idpol people. It wasn't really lefties.
Like woke scolds. They were woke scolds. They were like I saw like the profile. I got one look at the profile picture on Twitter of the person that Destiny debated at the start of the of his debate with the people that were shitting on him, and I was like, yep, that person's a piece of shit woke scold.
Is it the damn pit crew?
No, it wasn't a pig crew. It was just like the it was the Corvidae hairstyle. I don't know.
Hey, I found a thing we have to fight. See that purple mist?
Yeah.
Hold on, there might be a nest there. So there's gonna be these random ass nests of goblins. So we gotta go obliterate the tree people.
I just think that one of the most telling things about this whole situation have been like the reactions from various content creators towards it. So I mean, obviously,
Mike from
Vosh,
PA's reaction.
Vosh,
yeah,
will have a good reaction to it. Whereas Mike from Clown Town, as Afro Sabi put it,
Mike from Clown Town. I've actually already.
Afro Sabi was absolutely roasting this dude on Twitter. It was hilarious.
Wait, who was?
Afro Sabi. The main person from Georgia that like DGG and Destiny was like collaborating with.
Oh, okay. Pog.
She's pretty based. Or they're pretty based. Oh, I might have just misgendered. Uh-oh.
I just they them everybody at this point.
Yeah. Well, someone told me that was. I'm not gonna get back on. Okay, no, I didn't. She hers.
Hold on. I'm really curious. Is Destiny doing the non-binary thing as a meme?
I don't fucking know. Maybe.
It really seems like it's a meme. Because
what's going on?
So Destiny's been getting into a lot of debates about gender, and he does not agree with the idea that gender is essentially like, like you are the thing if you identify sincerely as that thing. He thinks there needs to be like a bit more of like a I think, have we explored this one before? Because I think we've already got this part of the map uncovered.
I can just run in and check.
Yeah. Just go check if you see mobs.
We have not.
We haven't? Okay, I'm going in.
Doors
Let
are
me see.
closed.
Let me eat one more nug.
I'm hugging left.
I taught Balthazar the hug left method. We kept getting glitched
Clears?
dungeons with like no circling cores in them.
Oh, not every dungeon has the Certling core.
Oh, like there's
That's just the way it
usually
is.
like one at least.
Yeah, usually. But a lot of the dungeons I actually early. I'm surprised at our luck. Were completely just like you got some cool mushrooms and maybe some gold.
Just barren as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you're overpowered. Oh, circling core. Do you want to carry them?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm carrying them. I have a carry weight of 450.
Is there... Wait, how do you increase your carry weight? Is it with food?
There's an item you can buy that gives you 150 extra from the merchant. The merchant is incredibly rare.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it like in one part of the map or something?
He's just... I've not seen him on a lot of things. I had to use a seed to find him. I'll probably just bring you onto my world if you ever want to buy from him. He's just stupid.
Okay. He's a dumb fuck.
True.
Wow, you can just
Alright,
one-shot that. Is that an iron sword?
Yes.
I can swing my sword,
Sword,
my
sword,
iron
my
sword,
diamond.
sword. I guess. Oh, actually, I'll just help you pick not make it so they're pickable, and then I'll drop the cores in the ground for you. There you go.
It helps me out.
And I'll
So I
dump.
can carry shit.
Good. We got the circling cores will be useful for setting up new furnaces because we have to do that once we get to the swamp, obviously, and then also teleporter.
I'm gonna be dead ass with you. I'm not looking forward to that at all.
Don't we have to build a boat?
I
with bronze
it
nails?
would unironically be faster if we just loaded into my world and used my furnaces.
Really?
Than if we fucking walked. Yes, it is the I love this game to death. Don't get me wrong, but that is the single worst part of the game. Getting iron in the swamp. Once you've arrived in the swamp, I don't know if you've ever been in it.
There's
you'll
like
understand.
mosquitoes, leeches, and tons of
No,
skeletons.
mosquitoes are like in-game shit, but there's leeches, droggers, just all kinds of stuff. Drug champ. But my voice is giving out, sorry.
You haven't slept.
It's pretty awful. Yeah.
Should we
I have to
review...
reset my schedule.
Oh, sorry. Do you think it would be good content if we reviewed the new WandaVision? Yelled about it a bit?
Yeah, probably if I'd say save most of the memes for after debate shit. So like get your debates in first once you're ready, and then we'll do meme shit after.
That's actually
Anything
a good
in there I
idea.
need to
Oh,
go?
there's a Sertling core there. You can pick it up. God, we're getting
Got
a lot
it.
of these. Okay, pog. I'm gonna take another dump in the corner. We don't need bone fragments for anything, right? Not really useful right now.
Actually, bone fragments are huge. I'll take them.
Oh, they are? Oh, okay. I'll throw that skull trophy on the ground then, because I don't think we need
Trophies
that.
are useless.
Yeah, I threw some feathers and bones on the ground.
Yeah. Okay. So all right, let's head back. I think there's one more segment of this to explore. I'm hoping we can find a thing in it.
Yeah, I hope it has the tablet. No, it doesn't look like it does.
Am I punching this ghost?
Are you supposed to punch them or like?
No, I
interact
just
with them?
punched it for the meme.
Okay. I love pairing in this game. And 3 Sertling
very-
cores. We're gonna have plenty for making.
Oh, dude, I've got a double chest full, or not a double chest, but a full chest of them. There, you get to a point where it's like, man, I have too many. Fuck, the boss we're about to go fight, I might have to log and go grab arrows from my world because it's like you don't melee this boss.
Yeah.
All right, this didn't have the thing. Yeah,
like
so
Mario.
one thing I've realized playing this game is the idea of playing this on one world is completely possible, but not a good idea. You're gonna want to world hop.
I kind of want to not world hop so that I can stretch out the game's like length for me until Hightail.
So talking about like some shit you just cannot find on your world, like for example the trader,
That's
which
true.
locks up fishing is a thing apparently I found out.
Should we? There's a little ruin here with some Grey Dwarfs. Should we fight them?
Oh yeah,
Or
fuck
is
'em
it
up.
useless? Because I'm assuming there could be seeds.
No, you'll see the nest. All right, let's leave them alone. No point.
I already have 3, so I don't know where I got them. I just was like running around mining.
3 seats?
Yep.
Ancient seats?
Two ancient seeds. Sorry.
Oh, I
you
have
said-
them on me.
Yeah, you said I already had
Okay.
2, and I'm just running around here like gathering ore whenever you weren't on.
Oh yeah, hey, someone in chat brought something up. We got sidetracked. What was going on with the Destiny non-binary thing?
Oh yeah, so basically Destiny's been going like on a lot of panel shows and doing a lot of debates with people because he doesn't. The argument that I believe in, the argument he seems to disagree with. Should I mark this copper deposit as copper still gonna be useful in the future?
No, dude, fucking copper. Copper is gonna be useful, but it's so common. No point.
I'm still gonna mark
You
it
can
just in
if you
case.
want.
Yeah, I'm just getting
That's
attacked by
fine.
Great Horse.
All good.
Yeah, so basically Destiny's been doing a lot of debates with people where they're arguing over like what is gender and what really makes you that gender identity, right? So Destiny decided like, oh, okay, so if identifying sincerely as a thing, or just if identifying as something makes you that thing, then I guess I'm just non-binary now. And so that's
I don't
just
know
what
if that's
he's
good
doing.
faith.
It does not seem to be good faith because he's been using it as like gotchas and debates, but like typically, obviously, like if you identify as non-binary and it's just like, no, because if gender is this, then I identify as non-binary, then it's valid because gender is a mode of identity, but it's not sincere. You're not doing it out of some sincere desire.
He doesn't actually identify as non-binary in this case. He's just saying
Possibly
it to be an
not
asshole.
privately, yeah. The idea is that it's like, okay, so you're doing this as like a gotcha. You don't like sincerely feel as though your identification as non-binary fits you better than if you didn't identify as non-binary. He seems to be using it as like,
Yeah,
I don't know
he's
though.
making a non-argument.
But I don't know though,
fucking
because
cringe.
he could be genuinely doing it. Like in the past, like he's identified as straight, but he is bi or pan because he's done stuff multiple times with men. So I don't know. It could be like one of those things where he sort of just realized like he is more comfortable with non-binary, but it seems like from what I've seen, like it's more of a meme.
All right, well, fuck. All right, I don't know then. I'll have to see more on it.
Yeah, I'll have to go watch those debates
But
more.
either way, it doesn't seem like the strongest argument.
Which one?
The argument he's making of oh, I'm this, so therefore, like, yeah, I'm too tired. Fuck, I'm sorry.
No. He believed at least, or I think he still does, that gender is more than how you identify as something and than what you identify as. I would add my definition of gender, or of a gender identity, is when you sincerely identify as insert gender, right? And it's a sincere mode of identification. But a lot of people Destiny's been arguing with have said it's just when you identify as the thing. Which I guess is like, you know, it's the same thing, but adding the sincere part kind of adds to it. But I imagine if I argued that with Destiny, he would say, but how do you know if someone's being sincere? And I would say, you don't. You have to take their word for it. What harm does it cause the society to take their word for it?
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. I don't know. Gender's an interesting one. Oh, Troll Cave. Let's fuck him up.
I guess the thing in that case is that then if Destiny says he's non-binary, then you have to take his word for it. And I guess that's like maybe the point he's trying to make.
Apparently, he said he's still using he, him pronouns and is just non-binary, I guess. So, I mean, yeah, I mean...
All right, let's go here.
Yeah, he's NB. God, this game is pretty. It's very pretty. It's an indie game made by 5 people.
Well, this has been rated, but this shows off well how useful this lamp is.
Wait, I haven't rated this.
No, sometimes they're just empty.
I made an indie game with 2 people.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Doing Your Mom.
Fuck.
Me and her.
My new favorite meme to say to people I don't like is that I'll fuck their mom and become their stepdad. It's my new favorite meme.
I just start threatening to give them a second dad, and it's gonna be me.
Second dad. Doing your mom.
I'm completely stable. I've got 2 dads and 3 boyfriends.
I'm like completely heterosexual, but I would absolutely fuck someone's father while looking them in the eyes to establish dominance.
You have to.
110%.
That's about as
I'm
masculine
not sure
as
if
it
you
gets.
are heterosexual.
No. Listen, there is nothing more masculine than forcing another man to give up his masculinity for you. That is how you prove you're at the top.
It's gonna be a yikes for me.
Especially if it's a straight dude. Dominating them makes you about as straight. Oh wait, there's a little thingy over there. Is that a nest? It's all purple.
Oh, yeah, that's a
I'm
nest.
not like. It's funny because I've had this discussion with a couple people, that I'm not like fully comfortable
attack it, I'll
identifying as
fight
like
the monster.
bi, but
Mhm.
I might be like hetero flexible. I think that's a good like
It's a good
middle ground between those.
All right, I've got the seed.
Yeah, I've destroyed a
Seed
few of these.
obtained.
That's probably these are the nests, I guess.
Oh,
Double the man.
I don't know if you guys hear my brother yelling over Rainbow Six Siege. It's just because he gets no bitches. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's true.
Um,
Anyone who plays that game literally has zero bitches. Valheim, on the other hand,
No, Valheim's for real gamers.
Cynthia wants to
Fuck.
debate. I will happily debate momentarily. I have 3, 6, 7 nuggets left. Once I finish my nuggies, then it's debate time. Okay, and we're bringing people in for the debate arenas. There's a nice little
Debate
ruin
arena.
over there.
Yeah. So I think what's gonna happen here is when we find the thing to summon it, we're gonna head straight there. I'm gonna log out. I'm gonna grab arrows and shit, and I'll come back, and then we're gonna take it on. Sound
Nice. Yeah, is there there should be a chest at the top of this. I'll let you loot it. Get more
good?
inventory.
Sometimes there's. This isn't worth looting. I'm gonna be honest. So the issue is that there was a brick in the way of the stairwell, and then if that happens, just
It's a bad
it's not
prefab.
fun.
It-
It's
oh wait,
just
wait,
not
a
fun.
dungeon here. Dungeon right here.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Am I blind? Oh,
Yeah.
I am blind.
Well, you're colorblind, but
Fuck you.
no,
Ableism.
It wasn't an insult. No. Wasn't
Get 'em.
ableist.
What wasn't ableism, just pure anger. God. I don't know. So, like, on the topic of the gender thing, this is just me thinking about it. So if gender is completely societal standards, like it is just something like society's arbitrarily decided, right?
Mhm.
And as such, to identify as a gender, this is just me thinking, mind you. This is not me making a definitive statement. This is me like wanting to bounce an idea. So if I say some yikesy shit, I very much apologize.
Good.
To identify a gender, wouldn't you have to oddly conform to those arbitrary? I don't know.
You wouldn't have to. But when it comes to society viewing you as that gender, you probably do need to do that. If that's your goal. If your goal is for society, broadly speaking, to view you as that gender, like if you're a trans woman and you want society to view you as a woman, many people, no matter what you do, maybe never will do that because they're transphobic. But for like general society, like if we're talking normies who are like vaguely aware of like trans people, if you want them to genuinely see you as a woman, you will probably have to a particular degree, sort of adhere to societal standards of what it is to be a woman. You know, wearing dresses, makeup, feminine clothing, long hair, so on.
Yeah. I get you.
That's basically what I do around it.
I don't know. I have a friend, and oh fuck, am I lagging? Oh, okay. Hello, we good?
You're running in place.
Uh-oh.
Well, I can still hear you, so your internet's not fucked entirely.
What the fuck happened with the game?
I have no clue. I'm
I'm
fine.
sorry.
Lagging. I'm looking at the stream.
Um,
I don't think Ethan's internet's
Lagging.
going out again.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
It's the Texas internet right there.
Yeah.
oh wait, hold on. Hey, if I disconnect, if I disconnect, it's because I'm getting DDoS because my brother's playing fucking Rainbow Six Siege. Pain.
How the fuck does he not know how to use DDoS protection?
Hello?
Huh?
I hear you. Can you hear us?
I hear him too. We need to send him
Yeah.
Destiny's DDoS guide.
Okay, sorry. As I was saying, if I disconnect, it's because I get DDoSed. My brother's playing Rainbow.
How the fuck do I not get DDoSed? How's the Nuggies Xander Hall? Really good.
Okay, hey, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, as I was saying, if I disconnect like that, it's because I'm literally getting DDoSed thanks to my brother deciding to play Rainbow Six Siege competitive. God.
How is he getting DDoSed? Does he not have any DDoS protection?
Basically, Xbox is fucking garbage. and it's really easy to get people's IPs. Trust me, I know I used to do that shit back
Yeah,
in
Xbox is easy, yeah.
yeah.
All right. In a little bit, I'm going to, once we, actually, yeah, while we're running around looking for dungeons, so we can find location of the mob, of the boss, I'll bring someone in for a debate.
Okay, sounds good. I'll tell you when I find it. I'm just memeing around.
Debased.
All right, let's see if we can bring someone in.
All right.
Who do you think we should debate
Tom-
first?
Let me roll a dice. How many we got? Holy shit, that's a lot of content right
Yeah,
there.
10-person dice.
Actually,
You
it's like,
random number
actually-
generator.
No, I got a
actually-
10-sided deck. All right, number 5.
wait, don't pull them in
One,
yet.
two-
Don't pull them in yet. I need to press record just in case it's good content for stream or for videos. So I'll tell you when, okay?
All right,
count-
Gengaris.
Go ahead and count to 3, and on 3, pull them in, and I'll start the recording.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Gotta do the Destiny intro. Hello? Gengaris.
You here?
You got to unmute, buddy.
Oh, well, shit. Okay.
All right, I'll stop recording for that one then.
You want me to roll another die?
No, just pull in someone who's not muted.
All right, going this one. Okay.
Hello, Dirkaset. How you doing?
Oh shoot, yo, what's up, man?
Nothing much. Just playing some Valheim and raising money for the rent.
Oh yeah, of course, gotta do that. Yeah, so I guess we can debate now. That's all right.
Yep. What do you want to debate about?
What are your thoughts on Antifa? Because I am generally in agreement with Noam Chomsky's take in that they're really bad for optics and they've done a lot of harm to like how like moderately minded people kind of view leftism in general.
Well, I completely agree with Chomsky's take, actually. Usually I do. Chomsky's fucking awesome. Yeah, no, I completely agree with the ideological goal of Antifa, and I even agree with like their methods not in practice, but in principle, right? My only problem with Antifa, just as you said, and just as Chomsky has said, is that their optics are really bad. Antifa has basically lended a shit ton of ammo to conservatives and people that are a bit more moderate Dem-like, that aren't really in favor of like very strong direct action in favor or against of like certain movements, and I think that's like really cringe. But overall, I agree with their like motives and their goals and everything like that. It's just optics wise.
Yeah, sure. I think I go a bit further in that I don't really think we should be lending them support. And it's not because, as you say, I don't agree with their ideas or anything. I do. I think, anti-fascism is obviously a good thing. It's that, like, because if we support, like, at least people who are in that organization, because of how decentralized everything is, it's like we can support the people, like the people who were who exposed Caitlin Bennett and all of the crazy like anti-Israel DMs she had and like the Holocaust denial. Those people were in it, like, are affiliated with Antifa, and those people we should support. But I feel like it's more effective and like pragmatic to just be like, those people as hackers, as people who work to expose her, they are good. And I don't think necessarily we should be like, oh, they're a part of Antifa and we should support them as like being a part of Antifa, because it's like, there are so many different individuals who can join, and there's not like really a central authority who's like kind of at least controlling like how like the group's behavior is.
Yeah, so I completely agree. I think something that I think it was PhilosophyTube said this, and I don't think a lot of people remember this, is that being anti-fascist action extends well beyond the real world and onto the internet. Stuff like hacking Parler and getting all that information that they did. That is anti-fascist action. Finding all that information on Caitlin Bennett, that's anti-fascist action. Just going out and debating Caitlin Bennett and destroying her, making content that's anti-fascist, these are anti-fascist action, and I think these should be supported. I think the label of Antifa and the way that it's been sort of like popularized by the media is very, very bad, optically speaking, and I do think when it comes to politics, optics is almost everything.
Okay. So would you say then that like, because the thing I'm trying to get at is like if like I don't know if like people like you or Vosh or Denims or whatever should like publicly support them because of like that reason, because like what they're doing is anti-fascist action, but again because of their like decentralized structure, it's like if you say I support Antifa, it like I feel like immediately stigmatizes you in the eyes of a lot of people, which is why I'm sort of against like more mainstream like lefty content creators like Hassan Piker and Vosh and like I don't know, like the Young Turks, like supporting them. I don't think it. I think it actively harms our movement rather than helps it.
Yeah, I agree. Hold on really quickly. Jangle's Science Lad is in Twitch chat. You can come to my website, and if you want to come on, we can talk. I saw your debate with Milo. You blew him the fuck out. It was super pog. Yeah, sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure that Jangles knew that I knew he was here. Yeah, no, so... yeah, no, I completely agree. The optics side of it is, like, really tricky. I think generally you're probably right. That's why I don't think any time... I don't even think this year or even last year I've spoken, like... as though I am super in favor of Antifa. I've said I agree with their beliefs, but I think they're bad optics. It's always been my position. But I do agree that it's probably, like, I think Hassan does this, like, the defense for Antifa. But at the same time, Hassan's also, like, very popular and has a lot of support, but he's also very contentious as well. So I don't know if, like, Hassan's support of Antifa in the long run is actually beneficial. But, like, for someone like me or for Vosh or Destiny even, I think that open support of Antifa's methods, at least, is not good. I think spreading an anti-fascist message is the best way to go about engaging in anti-fascist direct action, in a way.
All right. Yeah. Sure. I can agree with that. I don't want to keep anyone else, but I did sort of want to discuss another topic, if that's okay.
No problem. Hit me
Real,
up.
Okay, awesome.
real quick, before you move on to another topic, I kind of want to throw a bit of a wedge in there, because you specifically mentioned something about like how Antifa being this decentralized like movement is like kind of a part of like their problem. But one of the things that I've personally noticed, like especially amongst the right, is more and more so Black Lives Matter kind of being affiliated and kind of grouped with Antifa. You'll hear like Antifa and Black Lives Matter extremists like in the same sentence. Can you like try and differentiate kind of the methods specifically used between these two movements, since they're both these decentralized movements?
I don't know how I could necessarily differentiate between them, but when I speak on Antifa, I'm not referring to Black Lives Matter, and I would say that I have issues. I think sort of, I guess maybe that you could translate onto Black Lives Matter as well, but again, I would say that for both of those movements, I support their ideologies. I support what they're going for, their main goals, because their main goals are good, right? It's anti-fascism and police reform. I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm a green anarchist. I think that's totally awesome. So I don't really know if I would necessarily, if I could differentiate between them. I'm not like the most knowledgeable person on this, so I'm not going to be able to say like, oh, like, I know for a fact of how both of these organizations work. But I would say for both of them, support the ideology, support what they want as to accomplish. I just don't think that like everyone necessarily is someone we should support. But I think maybe like with Black Lives Matter, I'd be like, I guess maybe I'm more charitable towards them because like it's like literally the statement itself is also like the name of the organization is a political statement, and it does make sense. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really have a proper way, I guess, to like answer your question.
I think my response to that would be that I don't think there's much that you can do to control the rhetoric of the mainstream media, and especially conservative media figures that are going to continue to claim that BLM and Antifa are connected to try to add on the negative reputation Antifa has to the Black Lives Matter movement. Ooh, God, what the fuck just happened, Ethan? I just respawned in the fucking troll cave and there's a troll in it.
I need an invite.
An invite to the... I restarted the server.
Oh, yeah, no, you have to turn on, you have to... that it is a server. I can't see you.
Oh. Yeah, 1 second. Oh boy. Here, I'm going to stop recording because I don't know if this will be good debate content for the video, but yeah. 1 second. How do I invite you?
Basic, just you have to restart the server and make it public.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I went into the troll cave and I was like trying to pick things, like open stuff and pick things up, and it wouldn't let me. So I ended the server and got back in, and then there was a troll when I logged back in.
Yeah.
So I just click start server.
Yes, and then start the game. And then it'll...
Okay, that's what I did last time.
Just tell it.
Yeah, you
just
have,
tell
you
the
have to do
troll
it every
no.
time.
Just tell the troll no. It can't attack you without your consent.
Legally, yeah.
Yeah, I can sue him. Odin will
Yeah.
will smite him for his decimation of my character's virgin booty
Dude.
hole.
Dude, call the cave manager on him. Do it. Karen mode, easy.
Yeah, true. Get him evicted from his cave.
Exactly.
His landlord doesn't want to have to clean up the blood splattered from my character's body.
Exactly, bro.
All right. Yeah, no, I think there's not really much you can do about conservatives trying to like add Antifa's bad reputation onto BLM, but I do think what you can do is try to defend the ideas that Antifa supports, along with the ideas that BLM supports, debate people about it, kind of like just, convince people. And as people start to agree with that ideology, they might start to maybe implicitly agree with their methods and not so strongly take issue with their movement as much as
even with that though, it's like I'm sure you guys have all heard of the Princeton study where it's like 93% of the Black Lives Matter demonstrations were shown to be peaceful. Like every single right-wing refutation I've seen of that article or like of that study is just, well, the 7% still happen and we should be concerned about that. And like the way they'll how they'll like manipulate numbers. So like of the thousands that have happened, you have like a couple hundred, right? That's like of that 7%, and then they'll use that number to like misrepresent the stat itself. Which so like, yeah, I mean, I can totally agree with that, Zan. Like if you have to defend the ideology because it like I think the action of the groups is like a lot more difficult.
Yeah, it's way easier because like it's so easy for conservatives to look good optically speaking, saying I don't like rioting, I don't like burning businesses and what have you. But like if you get them to, if you like back them into the corner of having to defend police violence against black people and the socioeconomic conditions of black people in this country, then they come off looking much worse optically to maybe not like Nazis and reactionaries, like hardcore ones, but to like the normies that might be listening to the debate or like witnessing what's going on. It becomes a lot harder for those people to agree with who you're debating on it.
Yeah.
Because they're basically like have to defend racism.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to move on to the other topic, by the way? Or
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I think this is a topic. This is something that So I get this from the debate that Vosh did with Destiny about philosophy tube and like wealthy socialists and whatnot. But I think that the ideology, or not the ideologies, but the issue they're talking about is something that is vital to like discussing the future of the left in America and across the world really. And it's like that, like because Vosh is saying that like okay, people who make good content creators like you and like him who make content but who don't necessarily like engage in like leftist action, like those people are okay in like what they're doing because they're still creating good content. I highly disagree with that because I feel like at that point you're defending grifting. And I think like I don't think that Vosh is a grifter at all, but he even talked about how he like explicitly like I have an accountant who helps me like dodge taxes and like avoid like and he's talked about like rich people paying like more in taxes, and I agree with that. But like I feel like Vosh's take, which is like, oh, a person who does not engage in leftist action but still engages in leftist like makes leftist content which makes them wealthy, like I think that person's a grifter. And I think there's worse than someone like Candace Owens or like Jimmy Dore, because the way they're making their wealth isn't through like dark money or like how like Charlie Kirk gets his money with like the RNC and everything with like TPUSA. It's through the collective like wealth that you have from like people donating to you. So I feel like if a person is doing that, then like we should actively like criticize them for it, and we shouldn't support them.
So I have a question.
Well, yeah, go ahead,
Would,
Ethan. Then
would
I'll answer.
making content and exposing people to leftism not be leftist action?
I think it is, but I feel like at the same time, if you're saying like, oh, people should pay more in taxes, and then you're doing everything you can to like avoid paying taxes, and you're not like engaging in action yourself, and you're just like, because
Hold on. Could you elaborate a bit more on the doing everything you can to avoid paying taxes bit?
Well, again, as I refer to, when I say doing everything, I'm mainly referring to what Vosh said about like having an accountant to help you like pay the minimal amount in taxes. Like, I don't think that's right, because you as a person, we left, I'm not referring to you, Ethan, but I'm referring to like me and like Xander Hall. We
No,
know that
no,
the
that's
system.
okay.
Yeah, I'm saying like we know that the system is messed up. We know that people, right, are being, they're suffering right now, and we're not doing enough to help them. And so it makes sense that, for even like a social democratic country, everyone pays a bit more in taxes because it provides you like a strong safety net that would like help everyone. But then if you say that and then you actively like have someone like an accountant helping you pay a minimum amount in taxes, I think at that point you're being a massive hypocrite, and I feel like you're sort of engaging in a grift. And I would also say that when it comes to leftist action, I don't necessarily think it's one thing of exposing a person to leftism. I like to think of it as a holistic approach, right? Because I would like to think that people like Xander Hall, people like Denims, people like Vosh, when they make their content, it's not just that they should be doing, but they should also be organizing. They should also be, hosting events. They should also be doing like what Destiny did, where you're campaigning and like doing things for candidates who are progressives, because that is the best way to get our ideology into America and like across the world. I don't necessarily think that it's one aspect we should focus on. I think we have to approach it holistically, because that's how the right does it, and that's why they've had so much political effectiveness, especially from like 2015 to 2018.
So there's a lot to go over. So
Yeah, sorry, I kind of just brain dumped.
there's a few things I want to clarify, just like before I respond to what you said. So the first part was saying that Vosh said that he's got an accountant that helps him dodge taxes or minimize the amount of taxes he has to pay. I don't think there's anything wrong whatsoever as an individual having an accountant that helps you figure out what you can write off on your taxes when you run your own business, right? So the idea of tax write-offs is, are you like, how old are you? How much have you done taxes before?
No, I'm 18, so I
Okay.
don't have an experience in that. Sorry.
Oh,
to,
okay.
say.
Okay, cool. So I'll
But
explain.
educate me if you will, yeah.
Yeah, I'll explain it like very simply, because tax stuff is actually, it's not that hard. Actually, it's not too hard to explain. Basically, particularly when you're like a private business owner, which is what I am, what Vosh is. Any YouTuber or streamer, they are considered a business owner. They file a different kind of tax form than most like working class Americans would. So the idea behind it is you hire an accountant who is a professional in figuring out what is it that you need to pay taxes for and what do you not need to pay taxes for. So something that contributes to your business. So these are things like your computer, anything that you use for your business. I don't think video games or anything like that count, but something like your microphone, keyboard, computer, monitors, camera, stuff like that. You can write that off your taxes, as in that money that you spent on that went into your business, so that amount of money does not count to your total amount of money you made that year, and thus you don't have to pay in taxes. This is typically, for like a YouTuber, an unbelievably small amount, but it can help out if you're trying to save up a little bit of money. I think it's good. Like, I guess I'll also acknowledge this. For me, I really want to do canvassing. I mentioned this earlier in the stream. I'd like to coordinate with Vosh or just any other like lefty streamers and YouTubers to try to organize in Florida, because I'm from Florida, and do something similar to what Destiny has done. I'd like for like my hometown of Spring Hill or Hernando Beach, because I've lived in both places and they're right next to each other. I would like to, or just Hernando County in general. I would like to do some local politics and canvassing there. The problem is, like, for me right now, I'm poor as fuck. Okay, like I'm doing okay, but also like just barely. I come out of at the end of the month when I have to pay my rent and my electric bill, internet bill, and all that. I've got like a couple $100s left in my PayPal. Okay, that's why I got the dono goal down there. So I can't afford to spend my money on direct action at the moment. However, when it comes to somebody like, let's say, Vosh, he currently plans to do canvassing or starting a PAC. With someone like PhilosophyTube, I completely agree. I do believe PhilosophyTube should be using some of her money, of which she has a lot, to engage in like real life direct action. And I agree with that, though I really disagree with saying that if you don't do these things, then you're basically a grifter. I feel like a lot of people say that word, but don't know what it means. And it's really frustrating for me. Could you just tell me what you think a grifter is really quick?
Sure. So a grifter, to me, is someone who promotes a political ideology, and they do so purely in the interest of like profit for themselves, right? So someone like, and they don't, of course, believe genuinely like what they're saying. That's what I would argue. Someone who is promoting political ideology, they do not believe what they're saying, however, and they do so purely in the interest of profit for themselves.
Okay. Cool. So that's for the most part the same definition that I agree with. My definition of grifting, just to consolidate it a bit more, is a grifter is somebody who essentially espouses something or belief. It doesn't have to be political. It's just some idea or thing that they don't genuinely believe in. They're doing it solely for profit. This, somebody who's like a scammer on the street would also be considered a grifter. I feel like this term is so broadly used, it's starting to lose a lot of its meaning, much like the word simp. It's like something that kind of frustrates me a little bit.
Yeah, it's like an ad hom now more than anything.
Yeah, I don't think that, like, say Hassan, for example. Hassan, to my knowledge, he's a millionaire. I've counted how much Hassan makes. At a minimum, Hassan is making like 300K a month on just donations alone. I think he's in the 40,000s in terms of his Twitch sub count. Twitch takes like half of that or something like that, or maybe a little less because he's got like a special contract by now, but like he's making hundreds of thousands a month. He's making millions a year, and that's not even counting sponsorships, donations, and ad revenue on YouTube videos. Okay, so the dude's fucking loaded, and I haven't really like seen him do any direct action type stuff. I don't think that would be grifting. I think that would be an irresponsible use of your resources, and you should absolutely use those resources to try to act out your political beliefs. And if you don't do it, I think that is worth criticism, but maybe not full-on condemnation.
Okay, no, I can certainly agree with that. I think I'm more coming from a place of like, because I feel like with the left, especially, like, we had to deal with, like, we got battered absolutely by, at that time I was not really a leftist, but, like back in like, 2015 to like, I don't even know, like 2019, like we had, like those like SJW owned kind of videos, and like we were getting absolutely like bodied on the internet. And so a lot of like lefties now, I feel, are mainly concerned with how we look online and how we're like mainly arguing against like right-wing pundits. And so we're mainly focusing on making like online content, which is a huge issue for me, because the right isn't just doing that. They're doing other things. And like, I don't know if you know who Endernax is.
I know who Endernax is, yeah.
Yeah. So he made a point of like talking about how it's like the left doesn't seem to do as much in terms of like, I feel like communal support for people, because like, again, as I say, like we know what's up with the system, we know it's wrong, but like we don't do as much, I feel, in terms of like helping out people who are marginalized, especially like depressed like white guys in their like teen years, because like those people can go two like different ways, right? They can either understand that they are suffering because of a system that promotes endless neoliberal conquest over actually providing them proper healthcare, especially for their mental health, and like prioritizing like companies and their profits over them. They can either understand it that way and like go the way of the left, or they will understand it as, all of these stupid chuds being like, no, it's actually women and people of color that are making you suffer, and that's why your life sucks. And then they go the way of the right. And the right, they have like groups, like support groups for people who are like depressed, and they'll bring those kinds of people in, and they'll be like, yo, like, like they'll give them that kind of community support that they want. Like that's how they suck these people in. And I feel like the left doesn't do enough of that kind of action for our own politics and like in supporting these people. And I don't think that that's necessarily something like that's due to the fact that like people are even like just concerned online. I'm sure like COVID had to do with that a lot, but like I feel like when we return to normal, or if we ever do, and like we go back to like being able to like do things without like wearing masks and everything, I feel like we're still going to go and like do things online, and we're not going to like do real world like direct action. Like we're just going to remain in like our political spheres, and we'll continue to have like content creators develop these like circle jerk like kind of communities. And when we have those kind of like echo chambers, we're not going to do anything. Like that's kind of a big concern I have, because I feel like that's the way we're going.
A valid one too. Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think like, so for example, if you look at somebody like Nick Fuentes, he's got his moderately popular now because he's been banned off of basically everything other than DLive and Twitter.
Yeah.
He's got his like moderately. Yeah, what?
I thought DLive banned him.
Did they really? I have no idea if
I'm
that
pretty
actually
sure
is a
they
thing.
did. I remember Vosh talking about that a while back.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if that's actually the case.
Wrong.
I don't know where he's hosted now. Then maybe Facebook. I have no clue. He's banned from DLive. Okay, where the fuck is he streaming then? But at least this was back. This was back before he was banned from DLive, to be fair. What he would do is, he got all of like 20 people together, maybe like 50 max, in real life to like harass Ben Shapiro on the street, to ask how does anal sex help win the culture war at a fucking TPUSA thing, to Charlie Kirk and some conservative gay black guy.
Oh
they're
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, they're doing like real life stuff, but they're also doing shit on the internet because they know, and this is true, the internet is by far the most effective, immediate, and strongest form of communication that we have in the entire world right now. I think that the internet is the best way for us to, broadly speaking, spread our ideas and bring people over. But real life action is how we genuinely bring, because you get people's hearts and minds through the internet. You get them to use that power that they have once you bring them over through real life action. That's canvassing, that's voting, that's protesting, that's engaging in mutual aid. Maybe getting all your fans together to donate. I know actual Jake does this. Like if there's someone in his community who's struggling with like paying rent, then he'll get everybody together in his community to donate so that they can help that person pay rent that month, right? Stuff like that.
Man. That's really hard.
Actual Jake is super cool. Stuff like that. I think it's a holistic approach that we need to adopt, where we both engage on the internet so that we can spread our ideas, because the internet is the most effective form of communication. But then once we have those people brought over, we use that audience that we built to cause real world change in the real world, outside of just like, hey, go vote for Biden. It's like, hey, let's go anyone who can afford it, let's all go to Florida and knock on doors and canvass for some Democrat mayor and try to turn Florida blue, because a blue Florida can be like, can
It would
decide an
guarantee us,
election.
like, a lot of
that can decide an election.
Yeah. Okay, no, that's a totally reasonable thing to go with. I think I still somewhat disagree on like the grifting thing, but maybe that's just because I feel like I want to hold people to higher standards, especially on the left. But I see your point there. I don't really have anything else to discuss. I agree with a lot of what you've said, but I think I'm still a bit more reluctant to take your point on the grifting thing. But otherwise, yeah, I see your points on all of this.
Well, I mean, I guess I want to ask this. I know you hold the left to a higher standard than you would the right. Obviously, so do I. My question is, if a Nazi, like a Nazi content creator, who doesn't engage in any real life stuff, if they're just like on the internet and they got like, I don't know, 600,000 subs and they're reaching a whole lot of people, their videos are getting a lot of views, and they're, turning their fans to the right, and they're going out and they're harassing trans people and black people and stuff on Twitter. Would you say that they are grifting, as in they don't actually care about their beliefs because they're not out there like doing that kind of shit in the real world?
Well, I guess no, because like you said, the internet is obviously a massive sphere of like how we push everything. And I don't know, I think I would consider them a grifter, but at the same time, I would say they're still like doing harmful action, and they're still doing, like things that like aren't good for society in general. So I think if they didn't believe what they're saying, then yeah, they're pushing something that they don't believe for their own benefit. But I would obviously still say that like, no, they're still harming like society in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they are, of course, and that's the most important part.
So
sorry, go ahead, Ethan.
I was gonna say, so if you take that exact line of logic of they aren't doing things IRL, but they're still causing harm, and you flip it and you're like, okay, this is the quote unquote good side. They aren't doing things IRL, but they're still doing good. Wouldn't that make them, not a grifter if they're doing leftist action? And another thing is, a person can go out and actually advocate and shit and still be a grifter if they don't believe any of the shit they're pushing and they're only doing these things for money. The only qualification for being a grifter is to not believe in the politics you're pushing and to do it purely for money. You can do a lot of things and still be a grifter.
Yeah, or the thing that you're pushing. A lot of people, like, unfortunately, grifter has gotten, like, really popular in the political scene, and it's become, like, a really big buzzword, but grifter is a word that's been around for a long time and originates from, like, people who engage in swindling. Like, if you've ever watched Better Call Saul, like, Slip and Jimmy, that kind of shit. That's, like, the originator of the term grifting.
Hey.
Okay, yeah, I get where you're coming from. I don't know. I feel like for the left, like, I think like when it comes to like left and like the right, and in terms of our political like environments, I feel like the right is much more susceptible to grifters because it's like, I don't know, like that's the place where you go. Sorry, what? I didn't hear you.
It's easier money.
Yeah. Like I feel like if you go into the left, you're doing it because you genuinely like want to change society, and that's why I feel like I don't like want people coming in, because you've seen people like Jimmy Dore, bro. Like you've seen like how they make people just like
Gray,
stupid, and like they make people anti-libs, and like I've seen that, and I'm like, I really do not want that to. Don't want people to go down like that kind of route, where like they go into that kind of community, and like that's what happens. I don't want that to happen. But I see what you're saying. I don't know. I think so. I can see where you're coming from. Then I guess I would just hope that in the future, as more of us become more prominent, then like more content creators like you and Denims and Bosch and everything, like you guys will push for like those kind of actions. And I think I can agree with that kind of understanding of like if Hassan's like a millionaire and he's not like doing anything like in promoting like leftist action, it's not necessarily grifting, but it's more just kind of an irresponsible use of resources. But that still can be criticized. I can agree with that.
I completely. That's what I just what I would like to see is good faith criticism of how leftists, like really popular, wealthy leftists that have a lot of like support and whatnot, online and offline and monetarily speaking, saying, you're not a grifter. You probably believe in what you believe in genuinely. However, you've got a lot of money and resources, and if you used it in this way, then you would be able to have a very large impact on the world outside of the internet. And I understand the internet is where minds are changed a lot these days. That's where people are radicalized, right and left. However, that's not really worth much if we don't have those people who've been radicalized to the left doing things in the real world. And I think that's what's worth criticism.
Okay, sure, yeah. I don't think I have anything else to discuss, but if I could, I have some, just like 2 memes I want to say.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the first thing I wanted to say was kind of an apology to you, Zan, because during one of the donation messages I sent, I asked for an OK Buddy segment. It was when you were like with Denims, like an OK Buddy Vouch segment, and it seemed like I kind of upset you because you went on a rant about like being seen as like Vosh 2.0. I didn't mean that at all. I didn't want to like say that you're Vosh 2.0. It's just Vosh never does one. And like I think like it's good content to do like OK Buddy segments, so that's kind of what I was asking. I didn't mean to say you're like Vosh 2.0.
Oh no, when people unironically call me Vosh 2.0, it is a little upsetting because I have pretty bad imposter syndrome. I've dreamed of being a YouTuber and like being an online content creator since I was like 10 years old. So it's just and I've been doing it longer than Vosh has, but Vosh is like much bigger than me, so people think that like because I do politics and I stream it as well, then I must be copying Vosh, even though, if anything, I'm copying Destiny, because he was the one that inspired me to do this. Then it is a little bit annoying, but I don't think that's what you were doing. And I'm not like upset about that. Also, yeah, I do want to do an OK Buddy Zan segment because I want to promote people going to that.
I would like to say, like, this has been interesting conversation, but Zan, you probably should get to other debates.
Yeah, I want to bring Jangles in next.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ethan.
No. Go ahead. I have to. It's small shit. Don't worry.
I just want to say, first of all, you claim Hytel's Pog, but then why don't we have Hytel too, bro? I'm just saying.
Oh, we will. Just you wait. That's their end goal, in fact, actually.
Actually, I think the way Hytel's gonna work is we're gonna get like expansions. Like there'll be Hytel, then there'll be some like Hytel expansion or something.
Oh yeah, it's a game as a service. But I was talking about how their development goal is they want some game to come and be the next Hytel to them. They want some game to come fix every issue they've ever had and be like the spiritual successor. Because that's what they are to Minecraft. But yeah, so really quick, Zan, I'm very pissed off. I lost 40 hours of work to the void as my loot fell through the map. I'm going to not play for tonight. I will chill in the call. I'm very mad. But who did you want to bring in next?
I mean, I have bronze gear. Well, here, Durkaset, thank you for coming on today. It was really fun.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Right.
I'll be going now. Trans rights.
Trans rights.
Trans rights. All right.
See you later.
Jangles, right?
Yep, let's bring in Jangles.
Alrighty. Got him in.
Jangles, what's up? Oh, wait, he's deaf and muted. We'll have to wait.
Oh.
We'll have to wait.
Are you debating him, or is this someone you just want to talk to?
I don't know if we're debating, but I like Jangles. So
okay.
We'll
I've
find
never
out.
heard Jangles before, so.
I'm going to destroy you in this this marketplace of ideas.
You're
oh,
quiet
shit.
as hell.
Wait, you're really quiet. Here, let me turn you up.
Am I really quiet?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Of
turned you up
course.
I turned you up, though. You should be louder. Speak again.
Am I louder and sexy?
Yeah, you're louder now. People should be able to hear you.
I'm gonna
Alrighty.
sleep in my hotel room, and it's gonna be great.
Oh no. All right. I want to start by saying that I liked your debate with Milo. It was pretty pog. What did you want to talk about?
Actually, now I need everyone to stay with me here for a second. So you're talking a little bit about grifting in that last debate, and I'm going to take a spicy position. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that not always, but very, very often, sometimes people like Candace Owens and Blair White and Brandon Straka, if you know who that is, and Milo are very often not grifting in the way that most people define it. All right, that's my spicy take. Okay, and I'll defend it.
Yeah, I mean, you can never know if someone's actually a grifter. But it seems like there are a lot of conservative figures. Like, I'd say the quartering. Like, I don't think I've. Okay, well, Candace Owens, I actually do think is a grifter. I've seen evidence to support that. I can't know what her current like beliefs are. It's very possible that she genuinely believes what she believes now. But if you look at her history, I think there's an entire article, I've read it on stream about it, and it's like how she's literally like ping pong balled from left to right on like particular things whenever it meant she could benefit from it. She started like a extremely left-leaning doxing website for like right-leaning people online that engage in harassing behavior, stuff like that.
Mostly what I'm talking about is people in marginalized communities, like people who are part of a marginalized identity and advocate sometimes against their identity. So like
the useful idiots.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's kind of the term I want to push back against just a little bit. Not to defend them, because their ideas are just as awful, probably more harmful, because they weaponize identity politics in a way that makes it that like lets the conservative side like feel better about having their shitty opinions.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, no. So I think the identities of conservative, like marginalized people, like Candace Owens being black, Milo Yiannopoulos being gay, and Blair White being trans, if we want to bring it there as well. I completely agree that I do think there is a problematic level of dismissal in regards to marginalized people who are conservative and advocate essentially against their best interest. Those are always issues. It's like really fucking hard for me to talk about because it's one of the go-to arguments that they'll use is like, like with my debate with Calvin Gara, for example, one of his go-to things whenever I would talk to him was, you're cis, you don't get to talk about these things. You can't say that I'm wrong because I'm trans and you're cis. And that's always very frustrating. But holy shit, I cannot fight that. Yeah. Oof. Have you ever played Valheim? I'm getting my ass kicked by a troll.
I only want to spend about 5 or 10 minutes in here because I want to, I don't want to jump the line too much, and I want to let other people in. But so there's a huge conversation to be had about like how quickly people will turn to bigoted opinions and like attack identities if they don't have the correct opinions. There's a big conversation to be had there. What I mostly want to focus on is this notion that someone from a marginalized community supporting a cause that is almost objectively, as close to objectively as you can be, against their best interest as a part of that identity, why they still might genuinely believe. And it's something called... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, if you've... I was going to give, like, what I think it is, like, broadly, but it seems like you probably have, like, a more nuanced idea of it, or a more knowledgeable idea of what it is.
Yeah, so there is something called system justification theory. And in this case, it's... You genuinely feel better about yourself and the world if you convince yourself that bigotry against your identity doesn't really exist. So I don't want to assume any other identity, so I'll just use, so I am super gay, married to my husband, so I'll just use gay identity, okay?
Pog.
So, yeah, so if I was gay and I was upset about like how much homophobia there is in the world, how like scared I was to like express my identity in public where I am, I will actually feel better about myself and the world if I convince myself that actually homophobia isn't a huge deal. I mean, come on, really? That's not a thing that's going to affect your life in any real way.
Everyone in chat wants you to max out Jangles. They're saying they can't hear him.
Yeah, he's very quiet.
I have him as loud as I can get him. I have him on 200.
Right.
Are you using
Jangles,
like
can you increase your output volume in the settings for us?
This help at all whatsoever?
Kind of.
Kind of, sort of, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I have a crappy mic, I'll just I can dip out.
No, it's
sorry,
good.
guys.
It's
You're
good.
just all gonna have to get real close to your computers to listen to them.
I can hear you still pretty well, Jangles. I have you turned up pretty high, and I've got a loud headset.
I'm eating my microphone, so maybe that might help a tiny bit.
Yeah, it's way better.
That's way better? Cool. All right. Yeah. Everyone just eat your headphones. Yeah, so basically, a lot of people of minority identities who are supporting political causes who might be directly in opposition to what their best interest would be, they themselves as individuals feel way better if they deny bigotry, if they justify the system that they're in. That actually, no, the system is great, and therefore you have an equal chance of succeeding. You're not. So think about it this way: if you were of a marginalized identity and you recognized the system was rigged against you, wouldn't it suck to believe that? Because then, oh shit, I don't have a fair shot at things. That sucks. That's horrible. Like, I'm
Mhm.
gonna feel bad about the world. But if you convince yourself that actually, no, the system is great. I have just as much of a chance to succeed as anyone. Ignoring what any sort of data says, ignoring what the like overall sense of my community says. No, if I choose not to believe that, I as a person will feel better. And something that the left really does like super duper well is recognizing systems. We recognize the data around like systemic racism. We recognize the data around like oppression of marginalized communities. But sometimes when applied to the individual, like individuals will sometimes just do what makes them feel the best, and sometimes what makes you feel the best is just lying or obfuscating the truth.
Yeah, I agree with that. I've always, my answer was actually going to be pretty similar, but I call it a different thing. I always thought of it more as being like survivorship bias. Typically, whenever I cover a conservative figure, or a figure who they might not even be like full on conservative, who advocates for this
Sorry.
kind of stuff, Ethan with the sneezes. Whenever I like encounter someone like Candace Owens, for example, or I shouldn't say Candace because I do actually think she's grifting specifically, but for example, like I don't know, Young Ripa, he's a good example. I've covered him a while back. I feel like he probably believes in everything that he espouses. I don't think he's grifting whatsoever. I think he has a case of survivorship bias. I looked a bit into his history after I did my segment on him because people told me I should look into it. And he used to be very, very poor. He was living like the very like what you would expect statistically speaking for like black people to have to deal with in the United States, but he managed to work his way out of it and become like a pretty successful media figure and is now quite wealthy and very well off. So I feel like for a lot of people, like if you're black in this country and and you do well, you manage to be one in a million that manages to work your way out of like the rut that is the socioeconomic position of black people in this country. It almost feels like you're losing some kind of agency if people are telling you that the system is rigged against you. Um,
Oh,
yeah,
definitely.
that's typically how I've always thought of it myself.
There's a post hoc rationalization that a lot of people have. So absolutely, if you have that survivorship bias, it's so if you made it, there must not have been any extra hurdles that you had to overcome. There's that too, but there's also I really like the definition. So when talking to conservatives, I really like the definition of systemic racism, in which no single individual actor has to be racist for it to be a major issue.
Hmm.
I really like that definition,
Well, yeah, because
because then you can
conservatives.
work.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
You go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say because then you don't have to like say, oh, actually white people are super racist and attack conservatives that way. But I also think that brings up a really useful heuristic to say that like post hoc justifications of current systems definitely exist. So and what I mean by that is, so let's say we have Group A and Group B, and 100 years ago, the entire system was enormously prejudiced against Group B to the point where their economic utility, their economic position was just severely halted, and then magically all of that disappeared. However, based on the effects of like what we know about economics and how long it takes to dig someone out of poverty, 100 years later, Group B is still doing far worse than Group A, despite the fact that the groups are completely equal in all aspects, and such. Well, for people to feel good about the system, to feel good about living in a just world, a lot of people will look at that discrepancy and then find reasons for why it's okay that make it seem like actually everything is still doing good. So a lot of people, even if they're not explicitly racist, or even if they're not like apps, I hate black people, I think they're inferior, they'll still look at these huge discrepancies and find reasons as to why they're okay. Oh, well, black people just they have a bad culture, or black people like the democratic governments in their areas. That's the reason why they're not ahead. and they'll ignore any sort of like systemic racism critique or something to that effect. So I just wanted to like posit my thoughts there, and I apologize for my terrible microphone quality. This is why you actually have to, if you decide to travel, you should.
Uh-oh, you're cutting out.
Uh-oh, GG's.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes the point pretty well. Yeah, if you're traveling, it's hard to get your like whole setup as you would usually have it perfected and everything like that. No, I completely agree. I actually had we probably would have had a much more interesting conversation like a year ago, because around a year ago, I commonly use the term Uncle Tom when like referring to like a black person who was like conservative and advocated for political ideas that were antithetical to that of which was in their best interest, broadly speaking. And I have a friend who is black that is actually one of the mods in the server, Ash, and they kind of explained to me like the history of that term and why it's probably best not to use that, even if it doesn't seem or feel racist. It does have a pretty like fucked up history, so I stopped using that term, and I've sort of tried to look more into why there are people from certain marginalized communities that would advocate for these types of things, even though they're very counterproductive.
Oh, definitely. All right, well, cool. Well, thanks for having me on for just a second. I apologize for my terrible equipment. So now I'll let someone else enter the chat. So you have a great rest of your stream, okay?
Hey, no problem. Have a good one.
Oh,
Thank you for
good.
coming on.
Have a good one.
See ya. That was fun. What do you think of that, Ethan?
That was a pretty productive conversation. That was enjoyable.
Wait,
all
do you
right,
mind?
so
Do you mind if I take a break before the next one?
all good, man.
Just for like 5 minutes? Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I since you're not joining along for our world, I just went ahead and I logged out. I looked around for more to try to find the location of the boss for more dungeons, but I couldn't find any. So I'm on my solo world. So I'm gonna do a little bit of
That's all good.
grind in here.
Yeah, I lost 40 hours of work and I am unbelievably fucking seething right now.
So you got like disconnected and it like killed you?
So when I died, I lagged out at the same time and my stone fell through the ground. And then you know how the dungeons are instanced a little bit weirdly? Like they have a corresponding spot in the overworld though?
Yeah.
I died in a dungeon, so I go to the corresponding spot in the overworld where it glitched out, but it glitched out inside of an indestructible piece of terrain. I cannot get it back, and it is gone. I'm gonna have to figure out how to cheat it in at some point because I refuse to sit through that bullshit again because of a glitch.
Oh, I can cheat it in for you. I know how.
I do too. The issue is the commands are bugged right now, and it's really frustrating.
They're actually not bugged. It's we had to do it. Me and Doge Professor had to cheat a little bit to spawn in a Certling core last night because of the glitch thing that happened with Valheim. And so like the thing is, if you're playing on a server, only the person who is running the server is able to spawn things in.
Oh yeah, no, I know that. I was doing that. I was doing it on a private world. The issue was I was able to spawn in my armor, but the second I started trying to spawn in anything aside from armor, it just did not work.
Weird. Yeah, I didn't have that issue. Wait, can I actually?
I'll give it another shot.
Yeah, I'll try to spawn your stuff in. I'll rejoin that world then.
God, someone fucking got me twice. So someone in your chat tagged me with doing your mom, like the YouTube video, and I opened it. And then I closed it, right? And then I Control-Shift-T'd to get my windows open again, and it was right there in front of me. They got me twice, the bastard.
Jesus.
It's a rough world.
Yeah, I'll run back to the house. You're at the house, right? Because you died and respawned?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, talking to Jangle's Science... If you haven't seen it, you should actually check it out. Jangle's Science Lab did like a really good debate with Milo Yiannopoulos and fucking destroyed him.
Yeah, he seems rather intelligent. I like the guy.
Oh yeah, he's super cool. Do you have any leftist channels by black people that are similar in content? Similar to me in content? Oh shit. Shark300. Shark300. Look him up on fucking YouTube. Holy shit. He's super cool. He's not only super cool, but he's also very funny and very entertaining, and he makes good ass content. Lonnie knows how his name's spelled, so you can put it out there. Also, you did a video on system justification theory. I'll have to check that out off stream, or maybe later in the stream while I'm playing, I can put that on. Yeah, Shark's super cool. It's Shark300. So it's Shark 30 or 300, I think is how it's spelled. I personally would recommend him to rebrand to like Shark 30 or something, or just like Shark, because Shark 300 is like really hard to like. It's bad for SEO, and it's like a lot of syllables and stuff like that. But like Shark or Shark 30, ideally Shark would be a good one. All one word. Yeah, there's his Twitch. He streams on Twitch. He's pretty cool. He might be live right now.
It's not working, man.
Wait, what's not working? No, because I have to spawn it in.
No. I'm in a private world. It's not working.
Let me
I'm
try.
losing it.
What did you have in your inventory?
Oh, fuck. Okay, so I had iron ore. No, I don't need to do iron ore. I had an iron sword, level 2. I had an iron pickaxe, level 2. Bronze axe, level 2. Everything's going to be level 2, basically. Hold on,
Okay.
let me join your game.
I'll get you. So you had full iron gear except for a bronze pickaxe and axe?
I got my iron gear. Yeah, so I got my iron gear, like in terms of armor, and then I got my cape back. So I need to. Here, I'll just